The year was 1982. Olivia Newton-John's Physical topped the charts. Fans packed the big sombrero to cheer the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to victory. One starting tight end, Jerry Bell, was out there on the gridiron living his best life. To most of us, playing in the NFL would be the career high of a lifetime. For Jerry, it was only the beginning. Jerry received his bachelor's in computer information systems from Arizona State University and got an MBA from the University of Tampa. After joining the Bucs, he spent his off seasons volunteering with the USF athletics department, cooking hot dogs, helping with odd jobs, and holding up a giant plywood game board for the fans' beanbag toss.
Jerry and I went and bought hot dogs, went to my apartment, cooked hot dogs, and just brought him back to the stadium so that they can serve the people hot dogs. And he just didn't flinch. He was just part of it, as if, here's a third-round draft choice from the Buccaneers, just getting his hand dirty. He didn't care. That's just who he is.
Early in his life, Jerry recognized the challenges associated with completing a college degree. He met his future spouse, Ruth, at ASU, where both saw friends drop out, unable to afford books, tuition, even housing. It was clear that many African American students could not overcome financial barriers. They knew what needed to be done. Thus began Jerry's mission to serve the greater community. He never gave up. He never stepped back. He remains on this mission today. Jerry, now president and CEO of Bell & Associates Business Consultants, has been engaged in the community for decades, serving on boards for Hillsborough Community College, the Boys and Girls Club, Tampa Preparatory High School, Tampa Crossroads, and many more. In 1991, he and his wife established the Ruth and Jerry Bell Endowed Scholarship at USF, the first endowment serving African American students. More than 100 students have benefited to date. In the same year, Jerry joined the USF Foundation Board of Directors, serving until 1998. But still, there was more to be done. Jerry Bell pushed forward.
He engaged me, and we've been helping people out in the community, and at times, he has helped me mentor people here, including some of our former football players. The relationship I had with Jerry really had nothing to do with anything philanthropic. It was always community work and how can we work together to improve the lives of other people.
In 2016, Jerry's decades of work culminated in USF receiving a $2.1 million grant from Helios Education Foundation. With a core group of founding donors, millions of dollars in funding, and a clear vision in place, the USF Black Leadership Network was born.
I knew that he was passionate about advocating for scholarships for Black and African American students in a way that we hadn't done before at the university. And I knew that he had been engaged with the Institute on Black Life, and he had created a scholarship there. And I knew that he wanted the university to do more, and that he knew that we could do more.
The BLN, Bell Family Scholarship, was established at the time of BLN's founding. To this day, more than 100 students have been impacted by the Black Leadership Network. Jerry Bell is still living his best life and helping countless others lead theirs too. Please join us in congratulating 2022 Class of 56 award recipient Gerard Jerry Bell.
That was a lot there, wasn't it? You can tell that We've been involved with USF for a while. We saw the mustache and all the hair, so I thought that was interesting. But I'd like to start off by thanking the Alumni Association for this award, and to also talk a little bit about that video that we saw, because I think what that does is shows that it's the way we operate about things, the way I go about things. You know, my family is important, and that showed, I think, a lot of family involvement. And what I think is extremely important here tonight is that I feel like USF is a part of my family now. You know, I'm an Arizona State graduate, and I'm now a non-USF guy, but I really, really, really do appreciate being honored here tonight. You see, we started working at USF a while ago, my wife and I, Ruth, when we started our endowed scholarship, and that continued on to the Black Leadership Network, because we felt like every student needed an opportunity to be able to benefit from the advantages of getting a college degree. And you were able to see photos of my family, photos of us, and you were able to hear some very good friends say some very good things about us. But I think it really ties back to the fact that we're family-oriented, right? And to talk a little bit about that, you know, I grew up in Northern California, and we were always raised to love and to care for one another. And my parents, Marcus and Doris Bell, always taught us to be nice, to be polite, to love and to care each other, not just us, but those in our inner circle and those around us as well as outside of that. I thank them for that. I'd be remiss not to thank my family that's here tonight. My wife, Ruth. We've been married for a while. And she has meant so much over the years to me. And every time I really start deeply thinking about her, I think about a particular saying that I heard. It's just these two, you know, it's a shame I got to quote Winnie the Pooh, but I'm going to do that, right? But Tigger was sitting with Winnie the Pooh, and he said, you know, that's the story of you and me. From the very beginning, we were meant to be, right? And that's how I feel, so. So to continue talking about family, my mother-in-law sits over here. Yeah, she's probably the most intelligent and smartest person I know. She can beat me at Jeopardy, but I seem to catch her at Wheel of Fortune, right? Right? But over the years, she's been able to share that wisdom and knowledge, and I really appreciate that because that's irreplaceable, so thanks. My son, sitting over there, David, he makes me prouder every day, and I just hope he can continue to be the man that we expect him to be. So speaking about, talking about my mother-in-law, she has a saying about people have choices, right? And really, she expands on that and says, choices have consequences, but we're not talking about that tonight. But people have choices, right? Have you ever thought about the terms that we used to hear when people say, be nice, choose love, take care of each other, right? That's a choice. Those aren't words. That's a choice that we have to make. And the one thing that I've spent my life, and I will continue to, is make a choice to do better, to do good. And I think that's something that to be able to ask everybody in this room to be able to do. You know, I could sit here and say, contribute money to USF, but I'm going to ask you just to do something nice for everybody. Make a choice to do something that might change your world or somebody else's world, and let's see how that works out, okay? So again, I'd like to thank the university. I'd like to thank President Law. I'd like to thank the Alumni Association, Braulio, and family and friends, and really everybody associated with this event, because this has been a beautiful day, a beautiful night, and one great video too. So thank you.
Very good. Very good. Just at the end.